What's going on, comic book community? Welcome back to the pull list. We're back. It's a Wednesday. Happy to be here. It's so exciting. April 7th. This is going to be really interesting because we're going to be covering almost 3 weeks worth of books. I can't tell you, this is the largest amount I've probably showcased on stream for a new comic book day, but hey, 3 weeks. I tried to condense an entire short box to whatever I have on the table to show you guys. Indies, DC, Marvel, or variants, and I'm going to talk to you guys about something unique that my LCS is doing, and a funny story that happened today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start with those Berserker foils. Check it out, Mark Brooks right here. And you know what's interesting about this too is that I don't know what day of the week, or sorry, which weeks these books came out. So whether they're new this week, last week, 2 weeks ago, who knows? We're just gonna go through everything that I have on the table. So, and then here's the main cover A foil that they did as well. If you can see it out of the light and all this shine, giving it that shine. Moving over to Dark Horse, we got Lady Baltimore, the Witch Queens. Big fan of the Baltimore series, so excited that they've made a female protagonist for the series now. Then more Dark Horse here. Dead Dogs Bite, issue number 2. These covers look great. Dark Horse is known for a lot of horror titles, so if you guys are into horror, definitely check out more Dark Horse books. God of War Fallen God, issue number 2. If you guys aren't paying attention to this series, this is the in-between of God of War 3 and God of War 2018, how Kratos ended up with all those other Norse gods, you know. Issue 1 is selling, I think the last sold on eBay was about 13 bucks already. You're talking about a book that came out last month. It's crazy. Really cool. Moving over to AWA, we have Casual Fling issue number 4. Oh, excuse me, issue number 3 out of 4. Issue 3 out of 4. We got some Image stuff that we've picked up in the last couple of weeks. Shadecraft. This book is trending right now. Cover Price has it as one of their top 10 trending books. Got picked up for a show on Netflix, so be on the lookout for that in the coming year or so for Shadecraft to be adapted to TV. Issue number 2, that Akira homage. Crossover. We picked up the second printing of issue number 1. Got to have our reprints there. And then issue number 5 going horizontal on us. Check it out what they're doing there with crossover. Nocterra number 1. This is the Boss Logic variant. I didn't ask for this, but it was in my pull box, so I'm going to take it because this cover in particular is trending for Nocterra. Then, of course, we got issue number 2, which did come out this week, I believe. Quote me. Don't quote me on that. Whatever. It's the last 3 weeks. Whatever. And then the cover B. Then we also picked up the Tyler Kirkham variant. So this one looks pretty sweet. See, for the YouTube family there, you see the Twitch chat scrolling there as we do this every Wednesday live on Twitch. So if you're interested, ask me about Twitch and come join in on the fun. So we have Silver Coin issue number 1. Of course, any Image number 1s we always got to pick up because you never know what's the next hottest indie title to hit the market. This is interesting. There's a whole bunch of reprints for the Department of Truth, which also got optioned for a TV show. So we have the 4th printing for issue number 1. We got a black and white there. Then check this out. Issue number 2, 3rd printing, I believe. Yeah, 3rd printing for number 2. We have a 3rd printing for issue number 3. Moving along. 2nd printing for 4. And it's going to keep coming. Watch. Check it out, guys. 2nd printing for 5. 2nd printing for 6. Amazing. Department of Truth is hot. Read that book, guys. Issue number 7 did come out. This is the most recent issue, so this is the 1st printing for issue 7 there. And a couple more series here for Image. We have Ha Ha issue number 3. This one's really interesting because it's like almost a silent comic, of course, because it's a mime, you know? And then we have a second printing for issue number 2. Always fun to see like minimalistic covers because they really pop on the shelves. And finally, new number 1 this week, I believe, Geiger issue 1. This book is hot right now. People are looking for it. And then we have an alternate cover as well for Geiger. Geiger. All right, moving over to DC. Flash 768. We'll check out what our boy Barry is up to there. Sensational Wonder Woman issue number 2. And the B cover, cardstock variant there. We have Teen Titans Academy issue number 1, the B cover with Red X. Probably the most trending DC character right now. Suicide Squad issue number 2. Did you guys catch that new Red Band trailer? Looks awesome. Are you excited? I am. James Gunn's gonna kill it. John Cena, on all his interviews that he's been doing lately, he's been in character as Peacemaker. It's been fantastic. Swamp Thing issue number 2. Apparently it's the first appearance of a new character. Hot book. In the comic book world, anytime there's a cover B, a book has a first appearance of a character, people spec on it, so keep an eye on that. Batwoman Catwoman issue number 4. I think this was like a couple weeks ago. DC Black Label. And there's the A cover. The first one there was the B cover by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. Then we have the finale, book 6, Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn. This is amazing because I love the fact that she's got this homage kind of old school Harley Quinn meets Batman costume on. Of course, if you're reading the White Knight series, it's a different take on, you know, Gotham with the Batman, Harley, Joker mythos. Really good. Sean Murphy artwork. I mean, you can't go wrong. We have Batman Black and White issue number 4. And then we got 2 covers for that bad boy. Can't remember who did this one, but this one's sick. Next up, the next Batman Second Son, issue number 1. This is the origin of Tim Fox. We're going to see how Tim Fox eventually ends up being Batman during Future State. I can't... Infinite Frontier and Future State, I'm not quite sure how many years are apart from them, but it does eventually happen. So it's interesting to see how everything leads up to those events. All right, big one here, Batman issue 107. Got this guy right here. I think the Gardener is his name, is a new like villain that they've introduced. They've been doing, Tinian's been introducing a lot of villains lately in Batman, but it's a really good run. Highly suggest checking it out. And then we got Miracle Molly showing up, her first full appearance in issue 108 coming up. One of the variants that we picked up this week, 107, the Frederici Gardner black and white variant. Beautiful cover there. And that's gonna do it for DC. So moving the train along into that Marvel show, we have a second printing of Taskmaster issue number 3. This is the first cover appearance of Gucci. Is a South Korean superhero that's brand new. So his first cover appearance there, and I think there's 2 variant covers as well for the second printing. Avengers Curse of the Man-Thing issue number 1. There's also a first appearance of a new character in this book as well. Came out, I believe, last week, I want to say, so be on the lookout for that one as well. This one came out 3 weeks ago, I believe, for Silk number 1, but I didn't have these covers, so variant cover for Silk there. And of course, I really like Scotty Young, so we had to pick up the cartoony variant Silk Scotty Young cover. Love Scotty Young. Same thing with Alien. Some variant covers that I didn't have. This is the Patrick Gleason variant cover. Not to be confused with the 1 in 500 Virgin Gleason cover, which is going for like $250, $300. Nuts. And the only difference is that it just doesn't have, you know, the barcode on the bottom, doesn't have Alien and the Marvel print, the Marvel tag up top. Peach Momoko did a cover, of course, so we had to pick that up. Beautiful. I'm a big Peach Momoko fan. I mean, some people might not enjoy it, but I just like that Japanese aesthetic that she puts onto it. I mean, of course, Yoshitaka Amano, big influence in her career. And then, of course, Scotty Young again. Nothing better than like a cutesy take on like a horror theme, you know? Last week's big book that everyone was raving about, Beta Ray Bill. Can't wait to read that. So we'll get around to it eventually. Ryan Stegman did a cover, so we had to pick it up. Beautiful cover there. And then the Stormbreakers cover. We'll give it some love there. New artist. Ibon Coelho. Alright, Avengers Mech Strike. Somebody in the store kind of told me to pick this up because there's a first appearance of some character in here. We'll see. I don't know. I don't have the other two Mech Strike books, so it's kind of weird that I have only the third issue there. Peach Momoko again, Avengers 44. We have a new Phoenix. Speculation is that it's Echo, who is supposed to be getting a lot of heat, being featured in, I believe, one of the Marvel Universe movies, and then potentially getting her own Disney Plus show, which is fantastic. That's great. You take these B-level characters and, you know, elevate them. Awesome stuff. We have issue 62 of Spider-Man. Wearing that new suit, very divisive. A lot of people don't like that new suit. I have a problem with it. And then issue 63, of course, because Spider-Man comes out bi-monthly, I think. Maybe 3 times a month? I think it's twice a month. X-Men 19. We're trying to get back in with the X-Men and see what they're about. And then, of course, the Women's History Month covers. My goodness, these are beautiful, beautiful covers. And we're going to see another one coming up very shortly. But Emma Frost for that variant cover there. Moving into some Star Wars here. This is the IDW series, Star Wars High Republic Adventures #2. I missed out on this one, so that's why it's lumped in here with the rest of the books here. So there's issue #2. Issue #3 did come out this week, so there is #3 for you guys. Anything Star Wars you have to pick up because it's super hot. And it's Star Wars. Star Wars is fun. It's exciting. High Republic happens before the original trilogy, so if you guys are interested on where that takes place in the timeline, check it out. We have some reprints again here. So this is issue #2, third printing. Then we have issue #3, second printing that we picked up. And this week's release, issue #4. Went ahead and picked up 2 copies of that. And then the variant cover as well there. So it's got a little cartoon aesthetic to it. Alright, big deal with this one. A lot of people are saying something big about Immortal Hulk 45. So there's the A cover. I don't know if it's a brand new, an appearance of a character or a death of a character, but it's specking right now. Of course, we got those throwback homage covers that they've been doing the last 4 issues or so for Immortal Hulk, and of course it's Deadpool's 30th anniversary, so 1 book a week, I believe 1 book a week is getting a variant Deadpool Rob Liefeld covered. So I'm not the biggest Rob Liefeld fan, but you know, it's a variant homage. Deadpool's on the cover, we'll pick it up. Black Cat issue #4. Nothing really to say about that except it's Felicia Hardy, and this is what I'm talking about. Look how pretty this damn cover is. Oh my god. Women's History Month for March did all these covers. I think there was like 8 or 9 different ones. Just absolutely beautiful. And then we got one more coming up as well. You guys saw it in another my previous video, catching up with some books in the mail call. So Ghost Rider King in Black #1. I believe that's a one-shot. But there, here it is right here, the Women's History Month Kushala variant. Big deal, King in Black, the final issue, the end of Null, as we see fit. Very divisive. A lot of people aren't very happy with the spoilers that came out with what's supposed to happen in that book. Another Scotty Young variant. Look at that. Check that out. Very fun. But, you know, what's going to happen? A lot of people aren't really happy with the direction that Donny Cates has given Venom. We're just gonna see next month, or this month rather, April is the 200th issue. Yeah, 200th issue of Venom. So we're gonna see what happens. Their epic run is finally concluded in issue 34 of Venom here. I think this is the like ultimate finale to the King in Black tie-in. We'll see if they do anything different in that, because a lot of people are kind of sad about the direction for whatever's happening with Venom there. And here's the Ryan Stegman, Ryan Stegman variant cover there. There's also a black and white. I think it's a 1 in 50 or 1 in 100. It was going for like 80 bucks in my LCS, so I was like, yeah, I can't pick that up. That's too much money. And my pick of the week, of course, because you know me, my TCGs, big magic guy, King Midas in the house, as the community calls, the one and only Magic from Boom Studios, #1. Bunch of first appearances from Planeswalkers that haven't been in the comic books yet. Of course, you hear first appearance like we discussed earlier. People definitely want to, tune into that. Like, oh, we got to pick up multiple copies. So, of course, there's like tons and tons of variants here. They did a hidden Planeswalker variant. We might open this up to see what it is, because it's a random cover. But they also did these combo packs with Magic. There's supposedly a card in here too. So, and there's about four comics in here for about 40 bucks. Maybe we'll open it, maybe we won't. I'm trying to get the Liliana cover. I think that was the only one that I really wanted. So we'll see, but it's super exciting. That's my pick of the week for April 7th, New Comic Book Day. And that's the haul, guys. That was a lot of books. I'll tell you what, there's still about 30 other books that are in the short box that I just didn't showcase that came out the last 3 weeks, because these were like the big books. And my goodness, that was a lot of paper, so to speak. So as I was saying early in the video, cool thing that the LCS is doing, local comic store, for those that don't know. You might have saw it scroll up in the chat a little bit ago, but he finally started doing grab bags. So he's been trying to work on grab bags for a very long time. He's got about, I want to say 10 or 11 long boxes full of grab bags. About 3 to 4 books per grab bag, $10 each. Something like that is a huge endeavor. It takes a lot of time and effort to try to make it so that it's unique in each and every grab bag. A lot of the bags have, some of them have minor keys, but there are grand prizes. To get a grand prize, when you open up a grab bag, there might be a piece of paper in there saying like, hey, you're a winner. I mean, there's Venom 3 in a 9/8. There was a Virgin War of the Realms New Agents 9/8. All sorts of crazy, really good high keys that you could win. And guess what? Your boy did win one. But funny story, as I'm opening up a grab bag and I show him the piece of paper, he looked at it, he was like, oh, huh. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And I'm looking at the wall, and the book isn't on there. There's no slab. What I got was the free Comic Book Day Umbrella Academy #1. This predates the first issue it's like a 12-page issue in free Comic Book Day that kind of like highlights, hey, we're about to write this book called The Umbrella Academy. So it's technically the very first appearance, which a lot of mainstream people know now because of the Netflix series. Have 2 series on Netflix written by Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance fame, if you guys didn't know. And it's really exciting. So I'm really hoping that they find the book, because I technically won a grand prize. It's in the 9/6, but we'll take it. Really excited. Hopefully we'll get a call within the next couple of days. And if they don't have the book, what are they going to do? Are they going to allow me to pick a book off of the wall? Are they going to give me something else? I don't think that I could necessarily get one of the other grab bag grand prizes, because that takes it away from somebody else. But I mean, hey, if you want to give me a Venom 3 and a 9/8, I'll take it. So we'll see. But here's 2 other books that I thought was interesting that were in grab bags. And again, these are like small keys, but Century #5 was in there. And this book is like valued at about 20 bucks. So I thought that was really cool that it was in a $10 grab bag. And also this one, I Hate Fairyland, issue #12. This is a Southern Bastards, like kind of like Image joke variant. This was like an April Fool's Day joke variant, and this is also valued at about $25. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know if he was aware of that or not as a variant, but I think that was really cool to be able to kind of enjoy these grab bags. And that's my story, guys. Hopefully we'll keep you guys updated with the Free Comic Book Day Umbrella Academy, and that's gonna do it for April 7th. This was a long video, but I appreciate all you guys for sticking through the entirety of this video. Remember, we run a Discord 24/7. It's in the description down below. Come and join in. There's a comic book channel. We always try to throw in everyone's picks each week. Every time somebody goes on has a mail call, goes comic book hunting, or showcasing their new comic book day books. It's a fun time. It's a forum to discuss everything in the comic book community, in the comic book world. So I highly encourage you guys to jump in there. And until next time, thank you so much. Remember the hashtag Grow Together movement on YouTube. It's been flourishing. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I hope that I can do my part as more of a Twitch guy to bring over my Twitch people to subscribe to all these wonderful channels. So mahalos from Hawaii, and always remember the bag and boredom.